All right. Well, it's been a long time coming, guy. Long time coming.
It has. We're
Uh,
finally back.
yeah, we both had a run of I guess 2 weeks of just bad luck.
You're kidding me. It just gets worse and worse the more the week
Yeah,
goes
man.
on.
Bro, you should have seen me during this move because, like, the days leading up to the move, I was like, yeah, I'm going to be helpful. I'm not going to be an invalid like usual. I mean, my legs are ready. My feet are ready. I don't have any body aches. It's going to be great. And yeah, I like spent that week heading up to the move, basically like doing as much as I could. And then by the
Mhm.
time the move came, it was just like, oh, you're useless. Like,
Ah,
yeah, bro, just sit around and be useless. That's
yeah,
that's
just
what you're.
just sit and complain.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect.
I mean, I still moved around, but man, you should have seen me.
I
Like
would have
my
loved that.
my knee still hasn't recovered fully
Oh
from
my God.
what has happened to it during this ordeal.
But it's done though. That's the main thing. It's over. You're moved. You're settled in. You have your new room all set up for podcasting and video creation and all things you. So it's all good. Just think of the positives. It's fine.
All things you.
Yeah, it's difficult to encompass everything that you want to do in like one word because it's a lot. It's quite a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's the blessing and a curse, my friend. Blessing and a
Mm.
curse. Sinak, what's going on? How you doing? And I mean, that's why I put out the that video last night because I
Mm.
just want to get back into more things and like
I like it.
I need to address my YouTube and my Twitch as two separate entities. Like,
Yes. Yes.
of course you can do some cross pollination on there. But hey, if you like this, check out blah blah blah. But
Mm.
and I just have to separate the two.
Yeah.
So,
And I think it's good.
so
I think your YouTube stuff is well, I've always enjoyed your YouTube stuff, but your new video is directly on point to like the style and the stuff you want to talk about that's not necessarily can be done on this show. I mean, you can link it and stuff, but it's good to have a focused medium where you can really deep dive into these topics. So, it's good. It's nice.
yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how it all pans out in the end. Cause yeah, you know, I was
But we're back.
surprised. I was surprised though. You know what? Let me put a little sound behind this. Oh, Senna, thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. You can't. You could probably hear it in my voice, but I'm smiling because yeah, I wasn't sure what to think of the video when I was done with it. But I've had some kind words said to me, and yeah, I'm gonna enjoy going back to making new YouTube videos and branching out a little just from dreams, like having a place to talk about all the other stuff I care about. Um, I was surprised I didn't get flagged in that video.
For any of the content that you used within it, or
Yeah, none of it.
hmm,
I mean, I thought for sure I was gonna get hit at least for the movie stuff.
is it monetized? Though it's not monetized because you don't monetize your stuff, do you?
The things are automatically monetized now.
Hmm.
Like,
Really?
but,
So there's no choice. It's like you will make us money whether you like it or not.
either that or they just changed where the monetization option is, and I haven't found it yet.
They've just
But
buried it.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it's like if you because they do a check when you're uploading videos now.
Yeah,
So
I've seen the
like
check. Yeah.
yeah, so like when you do the check, it basically that says whether or not you can monetize because if it hits any hiccup in that process, you're automatically demonetized. So
Hmm.
I was just like, and one of the reasons I stopped doing the movie reviews was because every time I would do now, like I said, it's not about money, but I'm a nobody. So like at the most, I might get 3 cents after 5 years on a on a video. So like I didn't have a problem with them demonetizing it, except for those videos, I did because it's like, bruh, like I want
That's
to
the whole
talk about,
premise. Yeah.
yeah, like it's like you're basically demonetizing me because of what I'm talking about. And I'm not, I'm when I speak about movies and stuff, I'm no Chris Stuckman. I'm not Red Letter Media. None of these guys. They can make a living off of YouTube. I'm not trying to do that, but I would like my 3 pence. But if I, just the 3 pence I'll get at the end of the, 10 years of footage videos. Oh, yeah, but it's true, Cynic. We are our own worst critics.
Mhm.
But you know what? Do you want to just go ahead and let's go ahead and get it started.
Let's
We're
do
at the
it.
end
Yeah,
of it.
let's
Yeah.
go. Come on, like it's been forever.
Oh my God. Hey, I don't need it from you either. I was just talking to Jamie while we were doing that, and I was like, you know what? I think we need a new intro. I
Mm.
think it's time we switched it up again. Maybe we'll
Something
do it for
more,
the. Mhm.
something more fancy.
I don't want fancy. See, I'm
Oh, I
a,
do. I want fancy.
and I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, you don't want fancy with this new background you got going on."
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, I'm looking at yourself,
But
and you have
see,
the audacity with flames behind you to talk about fancy.
the power. It's just this was because I can't let you guys see the back of my room currently. Like in the setup of this new place, I've been, trying to get things worked out, and the back of the room, which is more of a YouTube sit down studio for videos. It's not put together yet. It's not you know
Well,
it's just not ready. So
we'll just
I was like, I got a
enjoy.
green screen today. I
Yeah,
do
we'll
have the green
enjoy the
screen.
flames.
Yes, the flames. You can see the
It's
flames.
hot.
It's so hot. So anyway, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us once again. It is the 91st episode of the Made in Dreams podcast. We are well on the road to 100. We only got a little time left, so we're going to talk a little bit about what we have planned for the 100th episode as we get closer to it. I'm constantly trying to overwrite what Jamie comes up with because he's doing too much, but we'll get
It's
to
a,
that.
it's a, it's a big milestone, okay? And we have to celebrate it in the right way. So for me, we go all out. We go crazy. We do all sorts of stuff. We've got plenty of time to get your settings in order. It's going to be great. Trust me. It's all good.
So I'm gonna leave that up to Jamie. He can handle all that while I'm going on my new ventures and everything. But yeah, we're gonna talk about a couple of things
Mm.
today. So uh, first and foremost, how was your 2 weeks?
Well, I had all intentions of doing lots of dream streams whilst the podcast was away, and then life decided to just knock me down a peg or two. Just a lot of crap happened, a lot of family stuff, a lot of personal stuff, and yeah, it's not been a good 2 weeks. Let's be honest. It's not been great. I haven't been really active online. I haven't touched dreams since the last episode of the podcast, really, because just life has got in the way. So now that we're back, things are starting to settle back down a bit. Although obviously the UK just had some really sad news. Yeah, I'm hoping next week it's starting to get better, hopefully. But how about you?
Y'all know what's been going on with me. The move.
Yeah,
Nothing but the
yeah.
move and me
Mm,
crawling on these dead legs. That's about it. That's about it.
yeah.
But I like the new place. Well, My wife likes the new place, therefore I
Good.
like the new
Therefore,
place.
you like the new place. Yeah, of course. That's the way it goes.
I'm enjoying the new room and everything. And yeah, we'll see. I got a lot of stuff just going. For those that don't know or haven't seen it, go to the my YouTube, and I put up a new type of video today. Check that out. Afro Man says I finally got back into dreams. Last summer was eventful, but in a good way. Yeah, I
Mm.
have been away, and I'm trying to make my return now. So yeah, yeah, we're gonna
We're gonna
see how
get
that goes.
Yeah, we're gonna get back into things. I need to get back into Dreams desperately. I haven't played anything new. I haven't developed in Pitch Black at all, even though I'm probably about 70% done. So I really need to just get back into Dreams. It's just finding the time, and hopefully life will just stop kicking me, and we'll be
Hopefully.
able to crack on with life in Dreams and stuff. It'd be nice.
All
We'll
right,
see.
well, let's move on. Let's go to what's been going on in
Yes,
dreams.
because we have been keeping tabs. We have been
Yes,
keeping tabs.
tabs here and there. While, like I said, crawling on my knees around my new and old place. But we had the PAX West,
Yes, we did.
where we got to see some cool streams. We got to see PAX East, or PAX West creation stream with Sucker Punch,
That
Ghost of
was so good.
Tsushima, sculpting with Imbergs. Yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
We had the Media Molecule shirt for Ellie in The Last of Us.
That's so good.
Yes,
I,
fantastic. I
I
was,
I love that it's in there, and it's the exact same one that you can buy. That's what I love, that they chose like the actual merch to put in the
yeah,
game. So
yeah.
good.
So we've had that. I mean, is there anything that Imbergs can't do? Do we
No,
know of anything that he can't do?
no. I could honestly say that if you gave Embergs a challenge, he could do it. Like there's nothing the guy can't do. He's just an absolute legend.
And that's why he's living the dream, working for
And that's
Media
why, yeah,
Molecule
that's
right
why he's
now.
living the dream. Absolutely.
Fantastic, fantastic. I love that the community loves him so much as well because he's a genuinely amazing dude.
He is
Um,
incredible.
so, I mean, do we want?
Are you, are you
Do we want
alright?
to go? Do we want to go into? Because I, for the last couple of weeks, I've been really hard on the viewers. I know.
Okay.
I've been like not counting the move, but before that, I was, telling people we can't do multiplayer. Like we can't talk multiplayer anymore. I don't want to hear anybody bringing it up because we just
Here
don't
we
know
go.
anything. And
Let's do it. No, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Just go for it. Why not? We're back. We've been gone for 2 weeks. That's a long enough gap to talk about multiplayer again. So let's just go for it. We're ready. People want it. People want to
What?
talk about it.
Why was I doing that grit stash? Because it's just until we know more about multiplayer, there's just we've speculated and talked about it. I mean, I would guess probably over half of our episodes.
Like there is not much more we can discuss, is there really? I mean, we've gone through every scenario, every type of situation about multiplayer, and of course, even though we've talked about all those different scenarios, it's going to be end up being something completely different because Media Molecule are just geniuses. But what what more do we have to say
Yeah,
about
it's
it?
like without having more information or
Mm-mm.
a public show of how would you say, not progression, but that it's still in the minds, not just of the user base of dreams, but more of an update from Media Molecule.
Yeah,
It was just like I was like, no more. Every time we had a round table, anything like that,
it was
someone would
yeah,
always bring it,
yeah.
and I understand why, but we just there's not much more to say about it except on Twitter because y'all wouldn't let me have my 2 weeks. So someone hit me up and was just like, there was a post that PlayStation had showing their 23 live service, pretty much games in developments type things.
Okay.
And what you're seeing in this square over top of the basically over top of the chat, is a cutout from that post showing Media Molecule current project multiplayer live service.
Okay, right. So some clarification before we go any further. As far as I'm aware, this image in particular is not officially a PlayStation image. It's not made by PlayStation itself, but it's created by a Twitter user called Zubitech. He's like a PlayStation person on Twitter. He follows all the news, but he is definitely a reliable source. So what you're seeing is completely reliable. I've been following the guy for years, but I just want
Yeah.
that disclaimer there. This is
Okay.
not like an official PlayStation image that they've shared. It's created by this source.
But it is close. It's the closest thing we've gotten
Yes,
to
absolutely.
any sort of knowledge, acknowledgement or update from a semi PlayStation source.
Mm.
So I'm going to go ahead and open it up just because, if people want to talk about it again or, you know, having it. Can it be multiplayer without being live service? Or is live service just synonymous with multiplayer at this point in the gaming industry?
Hmm. I don't know. You see, I I I express live service, I think, different to other people. Like, I would say a live service game is something like Destiny. Like, that's a live service game. It has content completely added to it all the time, new stuff to purchase, new expansions. Like, that to me is what a live service game is. It's a live game. It requires you to be online, and it's constantly being updated with these new packages and things that expands the story and the gameplay. Like, that to me is what a live service game is. You know, Call of Duty, for instance, I would just call that a multiplayer game. I don't know. I might be wrong. That's just the way that I interpret the two. Live service and multiplayer to me is two completely different things.
Okay. Yeah, because I guess live service does mean that it continuously evolves, but what game hasn't? Like every game gets its patches and updates.
Yeah, but then you don't have. Not every game is like Destiny and Final Fantasy 14. Like these games have huge expansions that expand the story and the world, the mechanics, and you're paying for this extra product on top of the previous product. Like it's a
Yeah.
continuation of the thing. That's completely different to a brand new Call of Duty coming out every year. Like that's a standalone product. It has no affiliation with the previous one unless it's like Modern Warfare 1 or 2, but even so it's its own separate entity that's enclosed within itself. It has no connection to the previous game, whereas these games like Destiny and Final Fantasy 14, you have the base game and then everything else that's added onto it. It's all the same thing. So again, live service and multiplayer, they're completely different.
Okay. Well, it's more so. Well, yeah. It's they can be, but I'm wondering if there's a different if there's an actual difference now because I don't see a lot of things just being multiplayer anymore. Like everything is a live service. Like there is no, oh, this is multiplayer and this is a live service. It's just if it's multiplayer, everything is turning into live service. So
I'd say yeah, you're on point where it's slowly transitioning to a live service world as opposed to multiplayer. But yeah, I see where you're going with it though.
now, Noter, I've been waiting for you. I was hoping you would show up because you actually got to go to PAX and
Yes, you lucky guy. I am so
yes.
jealous. I saw the pictures online. Very jealous. I wish I could have went.
Now you come back in here with these juicy words,
Mm.
like secrets, and
Tell us.
I
We
well
won't.
I
We won't say
under
no. We won't say nothing. We're not live or anything. This is all just like demoing stuff. I promise.
we're not live. We're just multiplayer
No,
right now.
we're
We're
just
just
multiplayer. Yes,
multiplayer.
yes. We're not live service right now. We're just multiplayer, so it's
We're
fine.
just multiplayer. So I know you can't say anything if you do have the secrets, but I do want to know you're not trolling. I want to know that you do know the secrets. Because
You
that
have
in
legit
itself
secrets. Yeah, that's
raises
enough for us.
anticipation. That's good enough for me.
Mm.
And Gritstash says, I feel like Dreams has an amazing ability to make great couch co op stuff. And that
Oh yeah,
still has barely been fully utilized. But on the other, if it was just multiplayer creation mode, that would be a game changer.
it would. It really would. It would open a lot of doors.
Okay, notice it. Just kidding. I have no news. But did you have a good time, bro?
Oh,
Did you have a good time? We should have had you come in to report it to us.
yes, we should have done. That would have been great.
Yes. Sadly, didn't go to Gamescom this year. Eh, I mean, yeah,
Gamescom in as a whole, like the show floor looked very. It didn't look very great this year, if I'm perfectly honest. I don't know. It seemed like they didn't really give it a lot.
ah. Dreams Anime, you say you're new here, and thanks for the follow. Do y'all play games? No, we usually just do the Made in Dreams podcast, where we'll have guests on to talk about their new creations. Some days we have a Play Your Dreams episode where we will go through and just take, whoever wants to throw in a link from chat. But today is not one of those days. Notre Dame in it. He said, had a blast. Next time I'll report on location. That's what we should do. We should have.
That'd be great. We're catching live to Notre Dame with the news on Dreams. Noda, are you there?
Yes, that would be amazing. Amazing. So, other than that, we have the All Hallows. What was it? Land of Forgotten Dreams?
Land of Forgotten Dreams.
I was wondering why it wasn't just Land of Lost Dreams. There you go. And yeah, I like the idea behind that. It's due on Monday for anybody who hasn't done the template. I don't think I'm gonna get around to it, but I'm gonna try because I still have to open up Dreams. Like that's the thing. It's like now with me trying to get back into it, I opened it up like my first night back here. And then I was like, messed around a little bit, did a few character changes, and then I was like, not yet. Not yet. It just wasn't time yet.
Not time.
No, it's not time just yet. So, you said you're about 70% done with Pitch Black, right?
I am, yeah. I'm currently at a point where I'm almost finished. I literally just have probably another 2 sessions of voice work to do, and then all the voice work will be done. 65% of the gameplay is done. Yeah, I'm sort of in the end point now where everything's coming up to the crescendo of the ending. But I've been away from Dreams for a bit now, and I think it's been good to take a break because I really blasted out like the majority of Pitch Black very quickly because I just got really excited about it, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing this. I'm going to build this whole thing and all these mechanics and all the logic and blah 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 blah, and I just completely burnt myself out super quick. So I just did too much. I was like spending 9 hours straight on Dreams just doing stuff. So yeah, I'm taking a break, and it's been good to have a break, and I'm hoping to get back to it next week and hopefully have it finished this year if I can.
Word. Notre Dame says, I did meet pro wrestler Jeff Jarrett and got invited to check out a studio by my house who is working with him to make a wrestling RPG, which is totally unrelated to Dreams, but super cool.
Yeah.
It is super cool. It is super cool. You should go check out that studio.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're close by, so
yeah.
Just
like Jammy, who's pretty close by to Media Molecule, yet he won't.
You say I'm pretty close. I'm like an hour, maybe an hour and a half away from Media Molecule's office. So
well, I'm across the ocean, so it's closer than me. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I do need to go over there and just pop in and just say hi, like just walk up and go, can I come in, please? Just for an hour, just for a cup of tea and a chat, please. They'd let me in, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'd let you in. We know a few. We know a few people.
I'd just be looking for Tom and be like, Tom, hey, let me in, quick, hi.
As he covers his face and like
Yeah,
moves
he's
off
like,
to the
he just puts
shadows.
his headphones on. He's like, nope, I don't see him. I don't see him. Crazy guy in the window.
Yep, they've tracked us down. Yo, a wrestling RPG does sound dope though. Just to be real, like
Yeah,
the
it does.
WrestleQuest. Indeed. Let's see. The Gamescom was pretty good. Sadly, Sony, many of the developers didn't show up. The indie developers are really good. I did show them a couple of my games, and one of them did know me actually in dreams as well. Hey,
Oh,
hey,
nice.
getting out there. As far as Bioshock 4, um, I never played them. Never played Bioshock 4 or Bioshock at
Three,
all.
Bioshock Infinite.
Any of them. Any
You
of
haven't
them.
played any Bioshock games?
No, because I have this thing, okay, and
Have you not played
I've heard it's
Bioshock?
weird, but see the problem is when I see someone play games, it takes away my willingness to play them.
Okay.
And at the time, Bioshock was a really big thing.
Which
I
one?
was all of them. I was
Okay.
I was living with my friend Mike, and you know you have no clue who Mike is. I'm just
No,
saying, Mike,
no.
Lo-Fi Dragon. If you've been on the YouTube a long time, you might remember him. Um, but he just buys every new game, destroys it by the end of the same night, and moves on.
Wow.
Like he's one of the reasons I don't consider myself a gamer, is because to me that's what a gamer is. Is like that is like that's the
Okay.
dude. You know, when I look at his thing, and he will literally buy a game, even if it means like food doesn't get eaten. Like he will buy a game, beat it, have fun talking about it and everything, but he's beaten literally every single BioShock in front of me.
Wow.
And
Okay.
when I can't do that, like when I can't get to that, I just like when I try to go back in and play, it's kind of like the same block I have where if I read it, like if I watch a movie and that movie is based on a book, I can't go back and read the book.
That
Because
that's
whenever
that's kind of weird.
whenever I come across, like if it's not different enough, then it feels like I'm literally wasting my time retreading.
Okay, I get that. I can see
Yeah.
that.
So
Yeah.
like if it's different, yes, a lot of things are from this source material these days. I don't really have a problem. I can just go right through it.
Mhm.
But yeah, if there's too many things that I know is coming, it's just it doesn't, I just can't get into it, and that's
You
how it is with gaming.
you've got to play them though. Seriously, like BioShock Infinite is a masterpiece in my opinion. It is fantastic.
All
It's a
I
really good game.
I'm almost at the point where I've forgotten all of them
Good.
to where
Play them.
it might be I might be able to
Mm.
actually play them, but Infinite, I can only remember the fact that my friend, like my other friend who was playing, spec'd so poorly that he was like trapped in the last in the last battle, and
Oh
he just
no.
could not beat the end of the game because he had spec'd everything so crap, and he, he and so um but yeah, I mean, I kind of do want to get back to dreams on this,
Yeah, yes, yes.
but
That's
but Spicy, do you ever replay games? There's only been maybe 5 games in the 35 years of me gaming that literally it was like I have to replay them. Like there's no choice.
and which of
But
those games?
well, I can tell you one of them is Max Payne 3, the
Okay.
most underrated game possibly of all time as far as from a major studio. It's probably my favorite Rockstar game, which
Wow.
I mean easily. The only one that could get close to that is the Warriors. And
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, so but anyway, I just wanted to answer that question. Let's see. We had a few things. Your friend was a speedrunner. He really isn't. He's
He just
not.
loves games.
He just loves games. He cannot watch speedrunners. As a matter of fact, he doesn't like them. Kind of the same problem I have with the fact that like it's cool that you've learned how to break the game to get to this thing, but breaking the game in that fashion doesn't stand out to me. Like it's not that I'm saying that it doesn't take skill. It doesn't do anything for me personally. It's like, oh, so you beat it in this time by literally clipping through a wall and skipping 80% of the game.
Mm.
Cool, I guess. Like, like that's I don't know,
But
but not,
the funny thing I find with speedrunners is like it must take them so long to find all of these individual glitches and then map them so that like you chain them to get to where you are to be able to do it as quickly as they can. Like they must spend like 80, 90 hours like figuring out how to do it. So they spend all of this time in the game to then play the game like in a minute. It's crazy. Like all that time spent to then just do it in a shorter amount of time.
yeah. So, Afroman said, "Are you excited about the next Halloween community collaboration in Dreams?" Um, yeah. I
I
mean,
think it's going to be the biggest one ever by the looks of things. Like it's going to be big.
I'm always excited to see what the community does, especially for these huge events. So, yeah, but I don't know. I kind of hoped that I'd be here and set up enough, like back in the groove to where I could have joined this one.
Mm.
And who knows, maybe I'll get inspired, on the last weekend and speed run my way to a completed scene.
I may just make a pumpkin or something. I
Yeah.
might just do like a small prop or something just so that I've participated in a way. But I know for a fact there's no way I'm gonna get like a whole scene done or anything. I just don't have the time. So, but I will. I'll do a pumpkin or something. I think do a little prop.
And so, with that, because like I told you all through Twitter, we're here for a good time, not for a long time today. Um, but let's talk about the road to 100.
Yes.
The road to the 100th episode of the Made in Dreams podcast. And this is going to be. You know what? Let me let you start off because you had a whole document of what you
Oh
wanted to
God,
do
yeah. Where is my stuff? Let me
for the
find it. Let
this.
me find my stuff. I have a whole list of things, and I'm not gonna obviously go through the whole entire list. I'm just gonna go through some of the stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Let
while
me.
you're looking for that, I
Yeah.
guess I will go ahead and the main thing I would like to do is that I would like to. All right, Noter, catch you later. One of the things I would like to do, and it just came to me this morning, is how would you guys be interested in basically doing a game jam or a short film jam where our community would basically make a game or short film specifically for the 100th episode. We will play/watch what you make if you were interested in doing it. But it's up to you guys whether or not this becomes a thing.
Yeah, because it's all user generated content. But we would love
Yes.
it. I mean, if you guys are up for it, we would absolutely love to have like a few scenes made by you guys that's like, catered to the 100th episode and be able to watch them live or play them live even on stream for this episode. That would be really, really cool if you
I,
guys are up for it.
I think it's just the best way. I think that's like one of the biggest things we could do. So,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna tell y'all for some of the heat we've taken. This is gonna be the only time because we can't restrict you on genre or anything like that. This is the only time that if you wanted to make something horror, we'd have to play it.
We'd have to play it because it's for the 100th episode.
Yes, we'd have to play it. Um, so there's that bonus For those of you who have been trying to get us to do horror games in dreams, even though
Now,
neither of us
now
do
is
horror
your
games.
chance.
Yeah, now is your chance.
All right.
So,
I
yeah.
have my list.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna make you wait for the list because I have a few
Oh,
other
okay.
things.
All right.
So, like, let me ask y'all, should it have to be related to the podcast?
What, the jam?
The jam, whether it's a game or a short film, should it be related to the podcast, being that it is kind of a 100th episode jam? Like,
I would say what would be a good idea is if we just use the podcast as like a suggestion mark. So they have to bring the podcast into it in whichever way they want, but as long as like it's mentioned or it's focused on it in some way, because we know the community is super clever when like do these jams, like the one word jam and stuff.
yeah.
Like, what if we just said podcast and like just let people build from that whatever they wanted?
Okay. So basically make podcast the theme.
Yeah, just that's the theme. That's it. But you can
Okay.
go as crazy as you want with it. Like, that's it. That is the only rule, that the theme is podcast, and whatever else you want to do, it's free game. Because we know this community can take one word and make like crazy stuff from it. We've seen it 100 million times.
Okay. So any genre, the theme is podcast. Nah, don't make it restrictive. See, I feel like you're saying that because you want to use something you've already done or that you're already working on. If it's restrictive, it means that people kind of have to
Yeah.
build it from scratch.
And it also has to be relative to the show, because I mean that's the whole point of the jam in the first place. Like, it's the 100th episode, it's the Maiden Dreams podcast, so the content has to be relative to the show, right? It kind of has to be.
No, just related to the podcast.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, no. Grit Stash said related to the number 100, like century. Hey,
Ah,
if that's how you bend it,
if
sure.
that's how you bend it, sure. It's all part of the same thing to me.
MC Alchemist, we are talking about for our 100th episode, we want to have a game and short film jam where people basically from now until we have our 100th episode basically come up with a game or a short film. The theme is podcast. It can be any genre for those of you who want to force us to play horror games. If it's a game, I would say just, what do you think about this? Like one level or 2 to 3 minutes in time limit if it's a short film?
Uh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I would say, yeah, just a couple of minutes, maybe. Like, a couple of minutes would be more than enough, right? I mean, we know how much work goes into a couple of minutes of short film, so.
Okay. All right.
No,
And
we're just coming up with this on the
yeah,
fly, guys. So,
yeah,
like,
yeah, they're
feel
spitballing.
free, like once we've got, like, if you guys are down for it and we get the confirmation from you today that this is something that you want to do, I'll make a post and everything with the rules and everything online so that you've got some guidelines to go by. But let us know if this is something you guys want to do. We'll put it together with deadlines and everything. We'll get it all sorted.
Alrighty, well, thank you for the follow, Super Afro Boy. Says, as someone new to this podcast, I'd say it shouldn't be relative to this specific podcast history. Otherwise, you might alienate new people. Could use the jam to pull in new podcast viewers. We don't mean that it has to be specific to the podcast history. Just
It's
the
just
theme.
podcast.
The theme itself is podcast. How you work that into your short film or game level, that's
Up to you.
completely up to you. Yeah, it's not, it doesn't have to, like, I'm not asking people to go back through our 90 episodes and it's like, remember that one deep cut where Vicious said blah blah blah. Like, no, that's that's not where I'm going. But yeah,
welcome to the show as well, by the way. Appreciate you
yes,
watching.
absolutely. I'll make a game in 60 minutes. In 60 minutes, bet is your log.
logo.
Logo in Dreams. Yeah, our logo is in Dreams, right? Didn't we make it for the
I've got it. What I'll do actually is if this is going to happen, um, I'll release the logo in Dreams so people can use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But I mean, I guess what I'll do is probably some point after we finish the podcast today, I want to I'll make a poll, just
Yeah,
whether or
brilliant.
not people want to do this, and if we get
Yeah,
enough action on that poll through
then we'll
Twitter,
set it up.
then
Yeah.
we'll start setting it up, and yeah, we'll be talking about it a lot in the coming weeks.
All right.
So now that that's out of the way, it's time for Jamie to come in with his mega list of things. I'm just gonna sit back here and just let it happen
Okay.
to me.
All right. So, first thing on the list was the runtime. 3 to 4 hours. I think that's a good length. You know, we can do enough content to fill a 3 to 4 hour show. I was gonna do a edited video showing like all the best bits from all 100 episodes. I think that'd be cool. Um, some other stuff on here that I don't really want to say yet, just in case it doesn't happen. One of them on here was the 100th episode jam, which we've discussed. One thing that I thought would be cool to do, and this is the one that made you sweat, Will, was the stream treasure hunt. I really like this idea, but Mighty doesn't like it because of all the settings. So, as the live stream is live, random letters will appear on screen. Okay? Collect all the letters and unscramble them to make a password and enter it into the chat to win a prize. Now, the prizes, we would figure out what those would be, but like we'd set up commands in the Twitch so that once you get the letters for each password, you put it in chat and it will trigger win going off and stuff. And then from there, we can collect all of those and determine who wins the prizes. I think that'd be really cool. The
Uh,
silence.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just because it looked like your computer I think almost died while
Whoa!
you were talking.
Did
but
the
it
did the audio
but it
cut out or anything? Or
only for like a fraction. It only cut all the way out for like a fraction of a second. Like you didn't miss anything. But
okay,
yeah,
okay.
it sounded like you were switching over to your tin cans tied together by string just for like one sentence. And I was like, oh boy. And I thought you froze, and I was like, oh
Oh
boy,
no.
this is it's Friday, guys. So it is what it
Yeah,
is.
it is Friday cast.
So
But yeah, I like
um,
the idea. But of course, it's a lot of work. I appreciate something like that is a lot of work to set up, but it's something that we could discuss. Um,
I just think like the treasure hunt and all that stuff, like,
I know,
bro.
but it's fun. But it's fun though.
Well, let me tell you something about my friend, and it's the same friend. Well, let me tell you something about me that my friend said, and the same one who spec'd his character poorly in BioShock Infinite
Okay, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
can't beat it. But he always used to just be like, "Oh yeah, but I know Vicious doesn't like fun." So anytime he brings up something, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do that. He was like, oh yeah, 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 I forgot you don't like fun.
Yeah, you don't want to have fun, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot, and my life has
What?
been so complicated as of late. I just don't want to agree to doing more than I've already set my mind up to.
Yeah, I
But I
appreciate it's a lot of work. Like, there's a lot of Twitch commands that need to be set up. There's a lot of animation and pre-rendering that needs to be done. It's a lot of work. I appreciate that,
now the
but
one thing
it
I
does have
do
fun.
want to do, the one thing I actually do want to do is the the commemorative T-shirts.
Yes, the prizes.
No, no, no. I mean, we could give out some as prizes, yes, but I actually want to make a shirt that's just gonna be in our store.
Yeah,
And I
absolutely.
okay, so I've been thinking about that. Like I was thinking about that all through the move when it was me with no power and no internet and just sitting on the front porch looking dumb in the face. That's I was just like, you know what? I do want to make a new shirt. and I'm gonna draw the whole thing, and it's gonna be complicated.
Yep.
Like,
We need some 100 episode merch. I have some ideas of my own as well. I'm gonna design one too. So we'll have two designs, one by you and one by me. I think that'd be cool.
I think that will. That's the see. That's something I want to do, and I kind of did the new game jam and film and like short film jam to basically like push out some of your other ideas that I don't want to do. I'm like, if we get a good couple of submissions, that takes away some of that time, and then it'll be like, Jamie, we're not doing it. I don't have time for a treasure hunt, bro. It's just it's not gonna. I mean,
All right, all right.
if
We'll
I,
see.
yeah,
We'll see.
but then again, you could do something of your own. You might be running your
Oh,
own
that's me.
scam off to the side.
Okay. There is something that is definitely happening, and no
Well,
one,
I'm about to turn this down.
No, no one knows about it yet. Something is happening for the 100th episode, and if this particular person is listening right now, which they probably aren't because of how the times work with the show, they'll know what I'm talking about. But something amazing is being put together for the 100th episode of the podcast, and it is definitely something that's never been done in Dreams before, and it's a complete one of a kind thing. It involves both of us, Will, which is really interesting. There's physical stuff involved. Dreams is involved. There's it's a big project. Like this I can't say too much, but it will be ready for the show. I've already discussed it with the guy that's involved. It's a big thing, and it's going to be incredible.
Just you just said a lot of words. That
Yeah, I
like
know.
doing
I
the
know.
jammy thing. He's just gonna. You just set up all the hype, and
Trust me.
with none of the
Look,
information.
I actually don't know what it is either. Like I can't say too much. The guy doesn't want me to say much, but what I do know is enough. It's amazing. Trust me, this is gonna be great. Like I am so excited for the 100th episode just to have this thing happen. Whatever's gonna happen, it's crazy. Like what this
Look,
guy's been doing, it's incredible. I can't wait. But yeah, just so
I'm
you know,
just
they're
I'm just
all coming.
laughing at Vince Scully. He said the universe is involved, time is also involved. Man, I'm telling y'all, the stuff that this guy says to me when we're not live, and just all the stuff I'm like, dude, you're stressing me out. Like you're not helping my stress levels. My cortisol levels need to go
Yeah.
down, not up. But yeah. So I mean, as a person who is part of this podcast, can I know when we get off? Like, are you gonna tell me when
I
the show is
will.
over?
Yeah, I will let you know. I'll let you know what you need to know. But yeah, I'll give you some deets.
So you're saying no? Are you telling me no? Are you sitting here telling me that on
Right,
my podcast?
right, I will have. I
I
will have. All right, I'll ask the guy. And we'll see what he says because
how
this is his thing. Like this. To be fair, this is his thing. Like this guy came to me, said, "I want to do something for the 100th episode." He explained to me what he was doing. I was like, "That sounds great." And then he came back to me like a few months later and went, "Right, that thing that I was doing." I've completely revamped it and turned it into this absolutely huge project that's taken like 8 months to put together, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! So
you
then he
know what?
said, "Yeah,
You know what? Don't say any more. I know who
yeah,
you're talking about.
you do."
Yes,
Okay.
I do know what you're talking about.
So has this guy talked to you about this?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
It
Fine
was
then.
in
Fine.
passing. I
Right.
obviously don't have as
Okay.
much information as you do,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
do know
I
what
just
you're
didn't
talking about.
know whether he wanted me to say anything because it's all been hush hush. Like it's all been in DMs. We haven't
Yeah.
come out of the DMs with it. So yeah. Well, if you do know, if we're talking about the same thing, then yeah, it's a big deal. Like what's been going on. So it's really
Yo,
cool.
the draft that just came through this window and hit me in my elbow was like sex. I don't know what the hell just happened, but the earth just blew me a love kiss. It was right on my elbow. Thank you, Earth. I appreciate it. So anyway, other than that random bit of information, okay. So look, we got the game jam. the short film jam. We have special super duper random project
Mystery. Yeah.
that now I had to go back through the mind palace and check my mind grapes because I was like, this does sound familiar, but he's being super secretive. So we got that secret project. I know there's some people we want to get on,
Yes.
but who knows if we'll be able to do that because people are getting harder and harder to track down around here.
Yeah.
Um, um, we have the treasure hunt that you're going to be doing on your end. I'm not going to have anything to do with that. Um, and then we have what was the other thing? Oh, the merch.
The match.
We're gonna have the new merch.
Mm.
And I had to guys. My art monitor didn't make it. My Wacom did
Oh
not make it
no.
through the move. It was
Ah.
it was a
Did it get
sad day in the
broken?
game, huh?
Did like the screen get broken or something? Or
Yeah, the screen got broken, but the thing is like I didn't think it was gonna be that big of a deal. But to get the 27 QHD Wacom, to get that glass replaced is like $1,200.
how much did the device cost?
Of about 3K.
Oof. God.
So
That's oh.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get one of the new joints, and so I got a new one that's a lot smaller, easier to handle. Um. Oh. Okay. JC says I think I'll be able to snag an October slot. Word.
Ooh. Nice.
Um. Just I don't know when does October 21st fall on. Somebody, you know what?
Let's check. October
October
21st.
21st is a
Friday.
Friday. So I
There you
have to
go.
decide whether or not we're going to have a stream because every year on my birthday I have a birthday stream.
Mm.
Not and it just happens to fall on the same day as this podcast. So that might not be happening. But any other Friday in October around that time, yeah, I'll be your Huckleberry. So, um so yeah, that's everything we have planned for the 100th episode. Um,
And I
it
think we're gonna have to wrap up soon. I have a really bad thunderstorm here, and I can guarantee you it's gonna cut out my internet anytime soon.
is it raining?
Yeah, it's raining really, really hard.
Okay, I was about to say I don't know why, but I just started hearing as you were talking about
Yeah,
it. The
that's how hard it's raining. Like I can hear it.
huh. Okay, well I know what happens with those. You know, it's just hot as balls here. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm getting a nice sheen to my arms. Anyway, I think I'll be able to snag a slot in 2025. Char. I
I'll
mean,
pencil you in.
hopefully we'll still be around.
Mm.
Hopefully we'll still be doing the thing. Um,
We'll still
you
be
know,
talking about multiplayer coming out in 2025.
yeah. What was the what? Spicy. If you're still here, what did you say? You had an updated. You had an updated when it'll drop. Oh God, what was it? Because I commented from it, but you said,
Let's have a
"Oh,
look. Let me see.
I'm trying to get to it. I'm going back through chat."
Oh, here we go. What will come first? GTA 6 or Dreams multiplayer or my grandkids? Place your bets.
Yes, to which I said his whole ass grandkids, which is an inside joke from Dino Dev. But
Yeah.
yeah, the whole ass kids. That joke was funny. So, Afro man, see y'all soon. Oh, are you coming on, Afro? You gonna do it? You gonna come into the show?
You're more than welcome. We'd love to have you on.
More than welcome. More than welcome. Anybody that's in here, that's the game. So, what are we gonna do for our random topic? I feel like we've done like random topics, but what are we gonna do for our random topic for our last 10, 15 minutes?
Oh God. I'm gonna let you pick. You just go for it. You're good at picking random stuff very quickly.
Is that what I'm good at?
It
is
is.
that
It
is that
is.
is that my
Like
worth?
you could just pull out a conversation like that.
Well, uh, yeah, I have things I could say, but everything on my mind right now is like really sad news.
Yeah.
GTA 6 coming soon to the PS7. Lol.
That wouldn't surprise me at all at this point.
It really wouldn't.
No.
So I've been looking at what to do my next YouTube video on.
Mhm.
And I don't know, maybe we'll do it to where y'all can help me decide.
Okay.
So it's either the one these are the I guess these will be the titles. The one problem with Buzz Lightyear, as in the
Okay.
movie.
The new one, yeah.
Yeah. A Fall Guys game review, as after years and years I finally played it for a night. And so I wanted to write up a review, and my review is not orthodox at all. So
Ooh, that sounds good.
there's the Fall Guys review, there's the one problem with Buzz Lightyear. There's another piece like the one I dropped this morning on the YouTube, but it's called "Are You Tired of Playing the Same Games?" And it's
Okay.
an indictment of companies that are trapped in making the same type of game over and over, and how it hurts the art form of gaming, in my opinion. It's going to be a controversial one. I don't expect anyone to agree with me.
Oh, now you see,
Um,
I'm tossing up between Fall Guys and What's Wrong with Gaming. I like all of them, but let's go with What's Wrong with Gaming for me. That's what I would pick. That's a controversial topic. I like it. But what does chat think?
well, it's not what's wrong with gaming. It's just are you tired of playing the same game? Like at what that's
Yeah.
more so, but it's gonna branch a bit.
Okay.
So we'll see when we get there for that one. Yeah, there's the Fall Guys review. Then there's a few trailers that if you haven't seen my old stuff on YouTube where I used to do video game and movie trailer reactions, not like where you see the person like watching the trailer and then they're like, ooh, oh, that's dope. Not that stuff, because that literally makes me want to get arrested for the things that I would do. I really, really hate disingenuous people. And I hate
The over
disingenuous.
theatrics.
Yeah, I can't stand when people are like trying to hit every meme possible in stuff. It just made like literally it just makes me not like, if I try to check out a new stream and the gimmick is too heavy and they're doing all that stuff, I turn it off. I can't do it. So like I'm not talking about reactions like that where you have the person where you have the dumbass titles. Like I'm sorry, this is a rant.
This is a real trigger for you, isn't it?
It's like those people that are like the first is it black guy listens to Metallica for the first time.
Yeah.
What? You
Yeah.
don't have to. You don't have to listen to every form of music, but there's certain things that you've heard because you're alive. It's not the first time you've heard it. I get so upset with
Yeah.
things, and if I could make that video without literally taking other people's videos just to start an internet war by talking trash about them, I would do it. But I can't. That's not my. I'm trying to be. I'm mighty, I'm vicious, but I have a lot of other thoughts that are more worth my time. So, but yeah, so, okay, Gizmo says Fall Guys review, Call of FIFA Assassins 2030. Perfect. I definitely react to that. Triple A-itis. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm honestly hoping to make a video about a critique of Noguchi's Bell episode 2, but that might take me 2 months. Then you need to shrink down what you're talking about.
Yeah, you have so much that you want to do. You need to really like prioritize what you want to do because Cha, you have, bless you. I love that you have the passion. Like you want to do everything, but we're all human. We can only do so much. Make a list, prioritize.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, like the video I put out today, it like I had to drastically shrink down what I wanted to say because that video, instead of being 5.5 minutes, was going to be about 20. And I was just like, you can't ask, as a person that people on YouTube don't know and aren't looking for, you can't ask for that type of time commitment on one video. It's just not going to happen. So, short, bite-sized for now, things that I can get done. Not this week because we've still been putting together this new house, but my plan is to try to get around to where I can drop 2 or 3 videos a week on top of like the different podcasts that are coming and stuff like that. So it's going to be a busy thing. But yeah, so there's that. There's a video I have to decide whether or not I want to make, or if I want to bind it into the Are You Tired of Making the Same Games video. And that's the letdown that I felt from the cinematic trailer for Arcane's Redfall and what Redfall actually is.
Yeah.
A lot of the things that I would say in that video correlate heavily to what I want to say about basically if you're tired of playing the same game.
Well,
Because
then merge them. It's a good because you can say this is my thing. Are you tired of playing the same games because of blah blah blah? Now, a good example of this is Redfall.
yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, I wasn't. Well, I was down.
Honest, I wasn't. I wasn't hyped for it from the cinematic trailer. I knew it was going to be trash from that trailer.
I'm
I'm going to be completely honest.
I just really love co-op so much, and the hope for more co-op, that I was like, that could be a game that's co-op that has an actual, campaign. And by campaign, I don't just mean strung together missions. I mean an actual story and progression that culminates in an actual ending, not your normal MMORPG forever play grindfest. And when I saw that, but I knew, it's a cinematic, so you really can't base too much off of it. But in my head, when I saw the cinematic for it, I was like, yo, this looks like it might be Sunset Overdrive with vampires. And that excited me. That made me like, that sounds like an extreme amount of fun. And even though I don't like fun, it spoke to me. I was like, if that's what this is, I'm hype. I'm down for it. And then I saw the actual gameplay trailer that they showed, and I'm like,
ew.
Oh, good. Another first person class-based shooter. I'm glad those character designs look so great because I'll never see them. Like, it's one of those things with me.
It's right.
Yeah, it's just, I told y'all, it's the same thing I have with, like, Borderlands, where, Franz Boy, welcome. Marketing, gameplay happens too often. Oh, yeah, of course. And so it's like the same thing that happened with, I think I told y'all about it, when I was playing Borderlands, and I was playing with friends, and I'm playing the ninja character. So you have, like, the melee, and, like, your abilities, but, like, it's, like, super repetitive and boring to me, but I'm playing with my friends, and then I die. And so I'm seeing, no, they die. And then I get to see what I look like through their eyes. And in their eyes, my character's flipping around, doing all this ninja stuff, looking cool as hell. And I'm like, none of what that looks like is actually what it translates into me playing.
Yeah.
And you want to know why that is? Because they went first person.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you will never stop hearing me talk about how first person is the most unevolved format of gaming ever. It can be evolved. The last thing someone did to make the shout out to Abby Heppy because she worked on Titanfall. Titanfall was like the last game I think I've played where first person actually felt like a brand new experience. And Titanfall 2 was only better. And I've already gone over with y'all how that's like the most underrated and I think should be considered the top first-person shooter of the last decade and a half. Like,
I do play them. I have yet to play them. They are on my playlist.
I mean, I'm hoping that they'll work on a 3, but with, you know, all the money they're making from Apex Legends, probably not. But yeah, like, so, yeah, there's a lot that I could say about that. So I want to hold off.
Yeah, keep it
and keep it for the YouTube videos, and start building up that library so that because a lot of my peoples who have been with me since the beginning, since I started streaming, since I had the YouTube, a lot of them been hitting me up over the last year and a half saying, "Yo, man, when you gonna get back to the type of stuff you used to make?" It's like the dream stuff is cool, but it's not what I really do. Like, you know, I can't really say anything. I can't join in on that. I'm like, all right. So, yeah, it's time. So, Buzz. So what was it again? It was Buzz. Are you tired of playing the same game?
Fall Guys.
Fall Guys review. The gaming and theatrical reactions. And yeah,
you got a lot of work to go through.
Yeah, there's also like 4 other articles that I wrote while I've been away, but I'm not gonna bring those up yet.
No.
I feel like that's enough for y'all to choose on. So
Yeah.
You tell me right now before we end this show for the day. You tell me what's the one I should do next. I'll wait. Sing for the people. Sing for the people while I hit this vape.
No.
Oh no! Oh, nope.
No. The pitch is not right. I'm still fighting off a cold. The pitch isn't there yet, guys. Sorry. You'll have to wait.
Yep.
Soon.
Buzz Lightyear?
We have Buzz Lightyear. Good choice.
What's wrong with gaming? Okay, we're gonna have to. Maybe I should have set up an actual poll in the chat so that some people could. Industry hot takes are always great. Oh yeah, always. The Fall Guys sound fun, but I'm a bit more curious with the wrong with gaming. Wrong with gaming is, are you tired of playing the same game? You confuse the people, Jammy.
Look, you see my marketing words just doing their magic as always.
Okay, well,
That's
you know what? It's still kind of the same thing, but it's just the angle.
I can put on my tie if you want. It's okay.
Oh God! All right, but no, it's fine. They're basically the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just a slightly different aim through the topic because, like I said,
mine is more clickbaity, I think, than yours. Yours is more direct. Mine's more clickbaity. Like,
yeah.
What's wrong with gaming? Click to find out.
Is wrestling the reason, or wrestling? Jesus, is gaming the reason you're dying? Yeah. Is your cholesterol high because of gaming? Here's how to get healthy now with 2 easy steps. Like, well, it seems like everybody wants something different. One is I'm tired. The other is are you tired? There you go. So, yeah. I mean, it seems like everybody... You know what? I'm going to have to make 2 polls. One is the whether or not we do the game and short film jam. So that we know whether or not Oh yeah, I'm gonna do them all. That's not even a good. But which
Yeah, it's
one I
just the
work
ones
on
that didn't come
first?
first. Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so just do two polls on Twitter. That's the easiest thing. Do one
yeah.
for the jam, if people want to see the jam, and if they do, then we'll get that set up. And one for which YouTube video to make next, and
If you
let the universe decide.
all right, if you turn your camera, like, would you be uncomfortable showing us where you are in the UK, like out your window?
Uh, yeah, no. My view outside this window is disgusting, but I will do a tour one day, maybe. That'll be fun. Maybe we can do that.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. All right.
Maybe we can do, like, where in the world is the podcast? Look outside my window. It's not very fun out there, I promise you. It's very boring, and it's dark now, like pitch black, so you're not going to see much.
You do one and I do one, and then we'll do a super cut where it's
Yes.
both of us doing a tour.
Sure,
Like,
why not?
this is where the magic happens.
Afro's got it perfect. It's raining in the UK. What a surprise. Exactly. It's dark and rainy and gloomy and horrible, as
Wow.
is the UK.
Wow. Wow. All of it? The whole UK is darky, gloomy, and horrible?
Yeah, I mean,
You're
God knows
talking
where.
a lot of trash about where you live, bro.
We only need one rain cloud, but that's small. Just one rain cloud comes by and all of us get wet. That's how it works.
All right. All right. Yeah, what's the update on that internet you have coming? Didn't you say there was supposed to be an upgrade to your internet?
Yeah, and here's it's really great. It's lovely.
Oh,
So,
it doesn't. Are you being sarcastic?
oh, I certainly am. Yes. So, fiber to the premise is coming to my area, and they are promising speeds of a gigabyte a second on download and like 700 on upload. Beautiful. Ready for it? I don't even care how much it is. I will sell my arm. I'll chop it off and sell it, and I'll use that to put down the deposit because I need better internet. So I've called them, and they said, "Oh yeah, it's coming. Absolutely, yeah. Within the next 3 months, it's coming to your area." So I gave them my postcode, and they went, "Oh, I am so sorry, but you're 0.5 miles out of the install radius. 0.5 miles outside of the install radius, which means that I'm on a waiting list that could take 6 to 12 months before it gets installed in my area."
Good night, everybody. just,
Can
just
you can you believe my luck? I'm half a mile out of the radius that is getting fiber.
time to move again.
Yep, it is.
Either that or get a really long cable to run from somebody's house you know that's in within the
Within
radius.
the radius, yeah.
Just find that last area, like that last pole that they have,
Yeah, the house
and
on the
just
very
jack
end.
in.
Yeah,
Just jack
exactly.
into it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make those polls, and we'll see
Mm.
what ends up being picked by the people. But yeah, once again, thank you for showing up today. It's been 2 weeks away. Glad to see so many people come back and say hi to us.
Yeah, it's great. I always love to have the people back.
Yes, yes, the people. So have a great weekend. Like I said, don't forget. Did he say Miles? That man isn't from UK at all. So thank you, Franz. We try to keep it going here. And once we get these decisions made from these two polls, and we get people to pick up the open Friday dates that are laying around,
Yes.
because we're supposed to have Goat House for a masterclass
Oh, that'd be brilliant.
and Multiverse Moo to talk about. Oh God, it just skipped my mind. He wanted to talk about the game he just released. We played it on the last Play Your Games. With the space one that you were going through,
Space one.
where you were the guy in the cave, and I was like, no. And then he goes
Oh
to
yes.
check back on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Fantastic game. Yeah, beautiful game.
Yeah. So for a raid, can I suggest Unami, a new Dreams streamer who loves shorts and movies in Dreams?
Of
Well,
course.
you've won me over. That's
Yeah, absolutely.
that
Let's
is
do
what we'll
it.
do it. All right. Well, once again, thank you everybody. Come by and check on the polls that are going to be put up on Twitter, and don't forget to go watch that new video on my YouTube. All right. So I will catch you all later. And Jamie, We'll be back again in a week. Wait,
We
when are
will.
we start? Wait, when are we starting? When are we starting our new podcast?
Oh, we need to discuss that and find a date to set up and everything. But soon. Now that you're moved in and everything, soon. Definitely.
Okay. All right. All right. I was gonna try to give the people an exclusive, but all right.
Yeah. Maybe next week we'll give the exclusive. Let's get something definitive in first and not make it on the fly.
All right. Well then, everybody, thanks again. Love you all. See you next week at this time, and probably a few more times during the week, not at this time. So keep your eye out. Peace.
Bye.